Okay, I got it. Yeah. Yeah. What up, YouTube? It's your boy Riz Ill back on the channel with another one. Currently there's no lights, but I'm gonna be doing this shit anyway. Today, honestly speaking, I'm gonna be reacting to another Steve Wilco, man. I'm starting to fall in love with the Steve Wilco show, mainly because I try to check out these Maury clips and whatnot and like test them, like beta test them to see whether I'll be interested in the stories. Like I do like takes of like first time reactions where I do a first time reaction. I do a first time reaction to see whether I'm feeling this and I'm going in depth to this shit. But hey man, I haven't found them. Like I feel like I've watched all the interesting Maury clips I can before I started this reaction segment of my channel, and honestly, in terms of all of them, Jerry, Maury, Steve Wilco has way deeper and way like heart touching stories that sort of like give you shock value and like whoa, like you really get invested in the story. Whereas Jerry Springer and Maury, they just get you invested in the chaos, you know. They get you invested in the chaos, you know. So we're gonna take a look at some Steve Wilco. There's another Way Back Wilco, and it's called Way Back Wilco Selling Sex and Drugs. And we're gonna take a look at this in 3, 2.
I'm 17 years old. I live in a house that we used to sell crack out of. We let prostitutes in. I was 15 when I moved in with my mother. I was living with my father before then. I didn't like living with him because he would hit me in my face, pull my hair. My mama and me was talking. She was like, Tasha, do you mind if you sell drugs to get rent? She didn't want to sell it because she was afraid she might smoke it up. We would have at least 10 drug dealers, 20 prostitutes in the house a day. When I was 15, I was pregnant. I ended up with 3 STDs. I had sex with 6 guys. It was 2 at a time and they would rotate. My sister is saying that I'm prostituting, my mama prostituting, and it's not true.
And you called the show, and why are you here today?
I'm here today to get help for my 17-year-old sister and my nephew so they can get out of that situation. So my nephew's not going to be a gangbanger when he's growing up.
How old is your nephew?
He's 14 months.
He's 14 months old. And you said your sister's been in this situation how long
For
now?
2 years.
For 2 years. Just to recap some of the things that you say your sister, she got pregnant when she was 15 years old.
Yeah, and she caught 3 STDs.
She's 3 STDs. Sex with 6 guys at a time.
Yeah.
Your mom has prostituted her.
My actually came up to my dad and told him that he gave my mom a 20 rock just to sleep with my sister.
And what did your dad say?
He flipped out.
Okay, so he wasn't happy about that situation.
No, he wasn't happy.
Okay. Well, your mom's actually here, and you'd like to say something to her, weren't you? All right, your mother is Angela. Let's bring her out.
Why are you lying to everybody about that?
I'm lying?
Yes, you are.
You've called me personally and told me that you've had people sleeping with my sister for
No,
crack.
I never ever said that, Dominic
That's
Ann.
a lie.
No, you're lying about all this.
No.
Even your dad's been lying about this stuff.
No, you're the one
No,
who
you're lying,
kidnapped
Dominic
my
Ann.
sister, and you're making her look like a
No, she is not prostituting.
That's
when
a
she wants
lie.
to have sex, she has sex.
That's a lie.
That's
She's
her.
called me and told me herself that she was having sex for money to
No,
pay
she is
your
not.
rent.
No, she is not.
That's
she
a lie.
sells drugs. We had a talk about selling crack cocaine, Dominic.
What the fuck is happening over here? Why are you self-snitching in the first place? One, you saying that if she wants to have sex, she can have sex. You who's in charge of like a 15-year-old child. Next, you admitting to selling hardcore drugs that could land you in jail for some considerable time. Like, why are you self-snitching? Like, you already lost the case. Like, let me get deeper into this and see whether all of this is true. What the fuck?
Dominique.
No, my nephew's in the house. Either way,
Your nephew is not even involved in this
it doesn't
stuff.
matter. He's in the house. You're cutting up crack in the kitchen while my nephew's
Your
in the
nephew
living
ain't even
room.
involved in this. There is a big wall and there's a couch in between it,
Doesn't matter.
Dominique.
It doesn't matter. He's in the same house.
Did you just hear what?
Yo, are the police backstage? What's going? Are the police backstage? Like, is this gonna be like a Dateline NBC and like Chris Hansen and shit? Where after all this bullshit, like the police are just gonna come and say, "Come with me, ma'am." Like, or is there something? You know what? Fuck this.
You said?
What?
Oh, she's not prostituting. She's
She is
selling
not.
drugs.
She's
selling drugs.
No, we both talked about selling it. I smoke crack cocaine. Yes, I have.
You still do.
No, I don't.
That's a lie.
Did you ever prostitute your daughter?
No, sir. I
Did
have
you ever
not.
let her prostitute?
No.
Did you ever know of her prostituting?
No.
What is her purpose of coming on here and saying this other than to get her sister help?
I don't know.
Are you cutting up drugs?
No, sir.
No,
Bitch, you just said. She just admitted that she cuts up drugs. She just even admitted that while the nephew is there, she doesn't. Oh shit, the lights are back. She doesn't allow him to see them cut up drugs. They put like a place where there's a barrier or some shit. What the fuck, man?
It's got people doing it for
I have drug people. Yes, I had people come in my house and sell drugs, and I had prostitutes come in my house and smoke. But they helped us pay our rent because my husband was in jail.
So as long as they were helping you pay your rent, prostitutes could come in your house and sell drugs.
They were not involved with my daughter and my kid.
Was your daughter living with you?
Yes, sir.
Well, guess what? Then they're involved. Did you have your daughter sell drugs to support you?
We both talked about it. Yes, we.
I didn't ask. Just answer the question.
Yes.
The fucking
So you
question.
had your daughter go out and sell drugs.
No,
to
she did it
support
in my
you.
house.
So nothing bad can happen during a drug deal, right? No shoot-ups, people trying to rob drug dealers.
Yeah,
Nothing
they
ever
can,
happens.
yes.
So you would put your daughter in that position?
No,
You
I
did.
did.
You did. Why?
So we could pay our rent and
So you could pay your rent.
yes.
And there's
Why
no
they
other
call it
way
jobs?
that you could do that. Pay your rent.
There's
to
no
fund
jobs
any-
out there.
Oh,
That's
there's
so
no
that-
jobs. So you're going to sell drugs.
Everyone is seeing this. My mom manufactures soap. She makes liquid soap. She makes detergents. She has her own shop where she gets orders for like shoes. Also, she gets orders. She goes all the way to the city. She picks out shoes. She brings them all the way here to where we live. Different clothes, like different accessories, and she sells them. And we are living here in Africa. So no matter how much money we make in and how sort of comfortable we are, despite where we are, we still comfortable. No matter if like to you guys we're not exactly even middle class or whatever. My mother still does that, and she helps us get by. Even me, like with my small job here and there, we get by. That's my mother. We all have parents like that who, no matter what, they'll still do the right thing and still live on the straight and narrow and still like, even like my mother is a staunch Christian. When you have a parent like that, and I'm practicing what I preach, cherish them and do whatever you can for them. Because this fucking shit is what's out there.
You're the only person without, that doesn't have a job. Now you're going to sell drugs. Why didn't you sell the drugs?
Because I would smoke it.
Oh.
Because I was smoking crack.
So you were being responsible. You better go sell the drugs before I snort them. Do you feel bad at all?
Yes, I do.
And anything you'd like to say about that?
I'm sorry about the whole situation. I am. I never wanted my daughter to do it.
Would you consider yourself a good mother?
I am a good mother, but certain things, no, I'm not.
Do you want to tell your story on the Steve Wilkos show? Contact the show now at 1-888-STEVE-07. Your ex-husband's here, Michael?
Yes.
Let's bring him out. Let's hear what he has to say.
I didn't start it. You brought my daughter. You brought it.
Give me my daughter back.
Go ahead, Mike.
Go ahead and hit me. You ain't nothing but garbage.
No, you're garbage too.
He came out like fire. And me, as an African, I'm looking at this like if someone, like I'm used to, if males are coming out like that, especially like honestly in our race, our community or whatever, if they're coming out like that against a woman, like there's no like coming out like this and then telling her, okay, hit me. Like you're about to get smacked. Like we're about to see a woman get hit. Like I'm not saying that now, like we be out here like abusing like women, like no. I'm saying in those situations where a male decides that he's coming against a woman in that fashion, he's about to fight her. So immediately when he came out like that, I'm like, oh shit, like he's about to hit her. Like these guys are even holding him back. Like, hey bro, hey man, some people have restraint, bro. But then again, it might not just be like, again, like how I said in the other video, it might not just be like a racial thing. Huh? Could it be nah, for this one I think it's a racial thing. I'm sorry. I think it's a racial thing because I've been up and down from like Kenya to South Africa, less Kenya, more South Africa, and like every time I see that shit amongst our people compared to other races, bro. A female is getting smacked, bro. She's about to get run down, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Shut up, crackhead! No, you shut up! You need to think of her and quit thinking of you and that crack problem you got. Give it back to me!
Did you?
You gave me.
Shut up! Like that. I adopted her when she was 6 years old. I love my daughter. That's my world. I'm not out here saying that I'm perfect because I'm not.
You made mistakes.
I made lots of mistakes when it came to being a father. I didn't know how to raise a girl. I had no help raising her. I divorced her 10 years ago. You know, and I took sole custody, Steve, of my daughter, and she stole her from me when I went to jail. She lied to the state of Tennessee. I had sole custody of her.
I'm asking you. You're saying you're admitting. You made mistakes. You didn't know. You're trying. You're trying to do something now with your daughter's life.
She won't let me be. She won't let me be in her life. I call. She's got her call me Michael.
You're a liar, Michael.
Shut up!
No, you call her, you sorry ass!
I call her all the time, and she hangs me talking to my daughter, and that's how she talks to me on the phone.
You call her, you're a liar! That's why you kept her away from us for 7 years! You're not getting my daughter.
That's because you
my
brainwashed her. That's because you brainwashed her. Good job, Mom.
No, I did not stole my daughter.
You stole my daughter, Angela.
In 2008, you dropped her off. You dropped her off for vacation. And you went to jail, and I got the...
You lied to me. I got it.
I'm going to ask everybody to leave the stage, and I want to talk to this 17-year-old Tasha.
Okay.
How you doing, Tasha?
Good.
17 years old?
Yes, sir.
What's going on with your life?
I had sold drugs to keep my son for food, diapers, and rent. And
Also your mother.
yeah, and support like the whole family that we had up there. That's basically like I just supported us. I never did anything out of I just sold drugs. That's all I did.
You never used the drugs.
I never smoked or nothing. I just sold.
How did you feel knowing you made a decision that you got pregnant, you were going to have a little boy, and you were doing drug deals in the same place that you were raising your little boy?
I felt bad doing it in front of my son and stuff, but I did it.
Did you ever think it was dangerous?
Yeah, I felt like the cops were going to catch us one day, but I prayed to God every day that they didn't.
Forget about the cops.
I know.
That would be the least of your concern. How about...
That's sort of irrelevant now since all of them came on this show and self-snitched. Unless the statute of limitation has saved them. I don't think it has, bro. I think this is pretty recent. I don't think this is like years ago, and now they're coming and rehashing like old shit. It wouldn't be this intense if they were just coming and like rehashing old shit, bro. Like, nah, they self snitched. Is she still underage or is 17 in America? Like, you guys just go to jail at 17. Like, what's going on?
Guys that come in, they rob you, they steal from you, they beat you to death, they shoot you.
They do that, but they ain't never done it to us. Like,
You're very fortunate it didn't happen to you. I don't even know if you can say, hey, you're a teenager, you're making a bad decision. Even something, the mother in you must say, I got to protect my child.
Yeah.
Your sister says that you prostituted yourself?
I ain't never prostituted. I did have sex for money one time, but I don't consider that as like prostituting because like I planned on having sex with him, and he just threw me $35. But it wasn't really supposed to be like that. He just gave it to me to feed my son and buy diapers for him.
Is that type of transaction like prostitution? Because the way she's explaining it is pretty much the generation we live in terms of not all women, not all the girls and all of that. Trust me. I'm not attacking anyone because I am friends with some women, and like none of the women I'm friends with are like that, bro. None of them are. Most of them are in serious relationships or were in serious relationships. They're relationship people. They're commitment people. They're marriage people. So I haven't really been friends with like women who are just like, oh, I'm with this guy and I'm messing with this guy and I want the money. No. Most of the women I'm surrounded with, family or friends, they're relationship people. They're monogamous. They're like commitment. But in terms of our generation, from what I've seen around me, because I'm friends with mostly these people, doesn't mean I don't have other people like around me in my environment. Most of the women that are like most of the women of our generation nowadays, not most, sorry, but like the culture around them is like, yeah, let me sleep with this guy because he's balling, and just because I make him feel good, he's gonna do me special favors and give me money. I can maybe ask him for like to treat me like good and like take care of me and all of that. Is that a form of prostitution? Because that's sort of a thing of like she planned to have sex with him, and I don't know whether she. I'm sorry. She had, you know, and I'm not gonna use any cuss words. She sexed him up so good that he just threw her money because he wanted to take care of her. Is that a form of prostitution still? You know, because it's still is it like, you know, I made you feel good, now I'm giving you a gift, like
And how does that make you feel?
I didn't like it. It felt weird. Like I felt stupid grabbing the money, I felt stupid for him giving me money.
You felt like it was prostitution, right? Your father says, hey, I made mistakes. He didn't know how to raise you right, but he's paid whatever penalties he had to. He served time in jail. But he's saying now he wants to come in your life. He wants to take you out of this situation. He wants to help you.
I wouldn't go back to him. Even if I had to, I wouldn't. I'd fight it.
And why would that be?
I just didn't like how he raised me. Even though he says he changed, it's going to happen again. Once it happens again always.
Would you go back to your mother?
Actually, yeah.
She's the one selling dope with your little boy in the house.
I know.
Let's bring your sister back up.
why doesn't the sister take her? Because like we see stories like this all the time when like a big sister and a young sister, they see the situation is bad around for the younger one. Like you move in with your sister and then like this girl, no matter the circumstances to which she hustled, she's shown she's a hustler and she can take care of herself by any means necessary. I mean, she's not exactly gonna be dead weight within her sister's household. And they're sisters, they can link up, they can like live together. They can like grow together. They can support each other. The sister can like that. This is her nephew. She can help. She can help her nephew. You know, it's a family unit. You don't have to involve your parents in it. Like,
I want you to come home with me and Dad because LaShawn deserves
You know,
better.
I ain't never passed tube. Mama never
I'm
passed
just
tube me
going
out.
by what you've
No,
told
I ain't never
me
told
over
you
the
that,
phone.
Dominic.
Yes, you
No,
did.
no,
You
I
called
didn't.
me when I was
ain't
at
never
my
told you
grandmother's
that.
house and
No, I
told me you
didn't.
prostituted
No, I didn't.
yourself.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you
no,
did.
I didn't.
Your dad's a better person
Okay,
now,
that's
and
what y'all
you're
said.
not
I
even
ain't
going to give
going
him
back.
a chance.
Okay.
You would rather have your son
Yep.
living in a crack house
It's not no crack
than come
house.
down
No
and
more.
live in a better environment.
No more.
Do
It's
you
not
love
no
your
more.
son?
Yes.
take her with you. I know maybe times are tough, but take her with you and figure it out. This girl is showing she's a hustler. She can do something. Like, take her with you and put like though that ambition, that strength she has within her to use. You know, like help her better her life. You know, find some way to live a good life. Come on, bro.
I love my son with all my heart, everything.
You do? Then give him a better life. Give him something
How
that
am I
we
gonna have a
didn't
better
have
life?
growing
How am I
up,
gonna get a better life?
Tasha.
Y'all? How am I gonna get a better life? Y'all?
You want to stay with your mom? Mm-hmm. Okay. You came here, you wanted to make your plea, and I gave you that chance. I'd like to talk to Tasha alone, and I wish you the best of luck. Some people are users, and they'll never change.
Right.
They could be your mother, your brother, your father, your sister, it doesn't matter. They're users. They'll use anybody around them, they'll take whatever they can get, as long as they get what they need, whether it be drugs, money, sex, anything that they impulsively need, what they want, and your mother's that way. So I'm asking you, you're 17 years old, you have a little boy. Can I do something for you? Can I help you? And I don't want anything from you. I don't want you to sell drugs for me. I don't want to sleep with you. I want to help you. So is there anything, I don't want anything from you except to help you and help your little boy. Can I help you?
I want help, but I don't want to go back with my sister and my dad.
Will you stay away from your mother until she cleans up her act?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Shit.
That's fine. You're 17 years old. You're basically an adult, right? Mm-hmm. So here's the decision. You can walk out that door with me, and I'll do everything I can to get you counseling, help you with your son, get you parenting classes, at least give you a chance at life. Or you can walk out that door and you can pick your mother that made you sell drugs.
But I won't be going back where we're from.
You know what? Make your
So-
decision.
I'll just go home with my mama.
She belongs to the streets.
And that's life. You can't make somebody make the right decision all the time.
I called you, Steve.
I know, like, I just made that thing, and like I didn't mean it in an offensive way. I just realized like that line was so suited to this type of situation. Like, no matter the circumstances that led her to make those type of decisions, she literally belongs to the streets. Hold on, I need to charge this thing. The lights just came on and I hadn't charged my laptop. She literally belongs to the streets, bro. That's crazy. It's crazy how certain circumstances just have people like saying, you know what, this is my life and it is what it is, you know. She didn't even believe Steve. And Steve is not just a regular like talk show host or some shit. He's a former cop. I'm sure he has more than enough resources to help her somehow get on her way in terms of like starting her life, you know, just from the ground up. You know, me and my mom, we doing the same shit, you know. So, hey man, Stockholm syndrome or some shit, bro. But that's crazy. I have a mixture of emotions. Leave your likes, comments, and subscriptions below. Hit the post notifications. Fuck it, man. I'm just thinking it's like that's the end of her life unless she somehow becomes like a miracle story. That's the end of her life. Like, it's not gonna end well. She's either gonna end up in jail, raped, killed. That's life, as Steve said. I'll take care.